congrats, but you're still a dangerous driver. Hi everyone, so welcome back to my channel, and today's topic we'll be talking about my driving test experience. So if you're new to my channel, hi everyone, my name is Keith. Okay, I do a lot of review videos. I also do comedy videos and also vlog videos and occasionally tutorial related videos. Without further ado, let's quickly move on to today's topic. I have had my driving license for about 2 years plus now. Okay, the reason why I never go previously because firstly I don't like to drive. Secondly, I think that it's a waste of money. After a year, my mom and my friends were telling me, you know, you should go ahead to get a driving license lah because you already have a car. So why not? Basically, after having my driving license, right, I sort of like regretted because I totally still hate driving to this point of time. Moving on, I chose the private route because firstly, I didn't want to follow like a schedule, a timetable thing because I was working and also doing this on the side. Secondly, from what I heard I never actually like go and research and stuff. The school one takes longer and also it's much more expensive compared to private. During my time in 2019, the rate for private instructors for a session is usually 1.5 hours. I would pay $57. A lot of people say that it was actually very expensive compared to maybe 10 years ago. All in all, I didn't spend a lot of money, so I'll give you some tips on how you can save your money, which is via the private route. Before you even choose the private instructor, you have to go for the BTT, which is the basic theory test, and also the FTT. Okay, so for my case, once I went through the BTT, I immediately went to find an instructor, which was recommended to me by my friend. For BTT wise, they basically have like the common BTT questions inside. You just need to go and answer them. So what I did was to remember the questions and the answers. I did 400 questions. I went for my first BTT test and I was the first person to complete the whole test, and I was happily went out of the place because the first time, first strike, I got it. So I went for my FTT. I didn't study anything, so I got 47. I had 3 questions wrong. So for FTT, I also had 3 questions wrong. It worked out fine. I used the same exact websites and I did the questions 1,600 times. Crazy, right? So moving forward, I went to do the practical with my instructor. My instructor was actually a bit fierce, I would say. He is actually well structured with a syllabus. Please look out for someone who actually has a syllabus for you to teach you like what and what. And he was very precise. So what he taught me was everything that I needed to pass my practical test. He didn't even teach me how to park like the normal parking at the car park. Okay, so he just taught me how to park, the circuit rule. Okay, so fast forward my driving test day. In the morning, I scheduled a session with my instructor right before my test. Okay, I think it's very important for you to schedule a session again right before your test because you remember everything. And 2 days prior to that, I was also having the same practical sessions with my instructor. He actually told me something like super last minute on that day itself that there's this thing called the e-brake. The tester would like tap your dashboard and you will have to immediately e-brake. And I was so afraid that I would forget to do that e-brake thing. Thank God the tester did not test me on that. Okay, prior to my whole test and all, because like I have a lot of friends that already have a license earlier than me. Okay, so they actually told me like all sorts of stories and what's not lah. And one common thing that they had was they say if you get a tester that is like Indian, sorry, I'm not trying to be racist, you most likely would fail. I also don't know why. Okay, maybe they are more strict or what, I don't know lah. Okay, when I was at the test, I was standing beside the car and my tester walked towards me. Guess what? It was an Indian tester. What a way to start my test. So basically what happened was, right, when I was doing all my practical tests with my instructor, they always have music and stuff. But with this tester, he didn't on any music. It was very awkward and weird the whole time because it was so quiet. So I went for the test. What I know was the moment you went out of the circuit, it means you passed the circuit already lah. So my driving route was the BBDC, which is the Bukit Batok Driving Center. Okay, so in Singapore, there's actually 3 driving centers, one at Sembawang, one at Ubi, and one at the BBDC. And being a Westie since young, okay, now I'm an Eastie lah, okay, I went out and I was very familiar with the Bukit Batok road. There's this route where you go until Phoenix Station, which is like at the Chua Chu Kang, Bukit Panjang area. and they had to do a U-turn there. Actually, I was very afraid to go there because I know that it will be jam-packed with traffic during the peak hour, and the timing that I was in was the peak hour. Everything went smoothly and all, only when I was at Teck Whye and my tester suddenly asked me what is the speed limit in this route. I really don't know because I didn't study, and I was like 40. Then he was like 50. I said my instructor told me to drive 40, so he was saying that I was driving quite fast lah. I think partly because it was about to rain and I wanted to like quickly end it. The whole test was a bit awkward with the instructor because he was very quiet. I tried to strike a conversation with him and he ignored me. I was like, the weather like going to rain already, huh? And then he didn't answer me. When we go to the junction, when we have to make a U-turn at the Phoenix Road, I was queuing, like literally there was like 5 cars in front of me to do the U-turn. The other side of the road, there's like 4 lanes, and every lane, even the one that I have to U-turn to, is already filled up to the max. Like, it was really about to rain. I quickly turned, and like at the second lane there was still another car moving, so by right you cannot at that turn, and like I got demerit points from there. I turned into the front. Right in front of me, if I stay at the same lane, right, I will have to go back to make a U-turn again, and that's how the route structure it is at that area. I didn't want to go there, so I had to filter to the left so that I can go back to the third of the 4th lane to go straight back to the BBDC. And I think they were quite nice, the drivers. They see, like, because you know, if you are taking a test, they will put like a test thingy at your car plate at the back. They actually stopped and let me filter to the left. The moment I went back into BBDC and I parked the car, it rained, thank God, and it was a very heavy rain. So he put me to a room, he sat down with me and to analyze everything last, and he was telling me how bad I did at the U-turn area. So he asked me questions like, why did I choose to filter, you know? I told him why, and he said it's okay to do the U-turn again. And then in my mind I was like, it's so jam-packed, if I were to do the U-turn again I would fail definitely. And I was right. You know why? I look at my results, 18, I passed. He deducted 16 points from me for the U-turn. Actually, like the whole practical test, only that area deduct the most, 16, and he deduct additional 2 points because at that U-turn I was like checking here and there, checking here and there. He's like, I'm like redundant checking, and I passed my test. I was so happy, okay, because it was my first try. I went down to the holding area and my instructor walked towards me and he was like, so how? When I showed him I passed, he was in disbelief. I think he probably bet that I wouldn't pass. Because he gave this very awkward face, and then he read my result slip and then he returned it to me and he said, congrats, but you're still a dangerous driver. I passed my BTT the first time, I passed my FTT the first time, I passed the practical test the first time as well. Okay, so everything I passed with 1 time, and I only took 14 sessions. All in all, I spent $1,600 and 4 months to get my license. This price for that year, it was considered really very cheap already, because a lot of my friends who took even before me spent about like 2k and only spent 1.6k and I got my license. So that's the end of this video. It's been a very long video. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. Give a subscribe button to your fellow Singaporean here. If you like my video, please give a thumbs up, and I will try to do more videos and more content for you guys. Maybe you can give me some ideas. Running out of bags to talk about. Okay, so see you in my next video. Goodbye.